It was a sunny morning in a small town. There were two siblings, Zack and Lilly, who lived at home with their parents. In the kitchen, Mom opened up the refrigerator and suddenly held up a sock with frustration. She shouted,
"Why are your socks in the fridge?"
From the other room, Zack called back with a mischievous grin in his voice.
Ha! I like to keep them fresh.
Dad smirked over his coffee and added,
At least he's got socks.
Lily walked by rolling her eyes. She muttered,
Unbelievable!
Mom sighed and tossed the sock onto the counter.
This house is a circus.
Zack popped his head into the kitchen and proudly declared,
Yeah, and I'm the ringmaster.
Lily followed close behind and quickly added,
Ha! More like a clown!
Later that day, Zack and Lily wandered down their street. Ahead of them stood a mysterious old house with a crooked window and vines crawling up the walls. A hand-painted sign out front that read, Yard Sale. Zack's eyes lit up. He exclaimed,
See? Adventures find us.
They walked up to a rickety table filled with odd trinkets. Lily muttered.
Totally cursed.
Among them sat a dusty velvet box. Zack flipped open the lid, revealing two ancient watches, one glowing faintly blue, the other glowing faintly pink. The old woman whom owned the rickety old house with the rickety old table. She crept up behind the children, over their shoulders, her eyes glistening and sparkling. She whispered,
The watchers always find their watchers, but be careful what you watch for.
Zack's face grinned widely.
Ha, sweet. Pulling watches. Totally normal.
He slipped the blue one onto his wrist and flexed like he was a superhero. But Lily was hesitant. As she picked up the pink watch, she said softly,
It looks like they're watching us.
Still, curiosity won, and she ended up slipping it onto her wrist. But then they were ready to leave, so they dropped a few coins on the table and gave the old woman what she was asking for. As they walked away, the old woman's voice floated after them, soft and haunting.
The watchers awaken. The watchers awaken.
That night, in their bedroom, the watches shimmered faintly on the nightstand. Zack grabbed his and pointed at Lily like it was a blaster. He shouted,
Bow before the Watcher King.
Lily rolled her eyes.
You're impossible.
But then she paused, her ears catching something. She whispered.
Wait, do you hear that? It's like whispering.
Before she could finish, Zack lunged playfully. Their fists collided and the watches clashed together. A brilliant explosion of light filled the room. An energy pulsed through their bodies, glowing lines tracing up their arms. Zack yelped as if the flame burst in his fingers and caught the edge of his pajama pants.
Ow, why always the butt?
He cried, hopping in panic. Lily shined with a radiant pink light, her whole body glowing. Out of all that energy, two magical companions appeared. A small fiery fuzzball with fire-flowing flame hands and a tail of flames whom loved to play games. He cheered wildly. Yes, I am so happy to be out of the shell. His name would be Scorch. I never agreed to that name. I said his name would be Scorch. We'll talk later. Beside Lily, a glowing butterfly cat creature appeared, wings shimmering in the starlight. She smiled warmly at Lily and said,
Hi, I'm Fizz. We're gonna make a great team.
Then suddenly there was a flash, and the four of them were no longer in their bedroom. They found themselves in a twisted, eerie forest, where ancient trees towered overhead, their bark forming strange, half-seen faces. Dark vines slithered like snakes between the branches. The forest whispered around them. The voices seemed to crawl through the air. Watches, watches, the time is gone. The time is gone. Zack stumbled to his feet, looking around nervously.
Okay. Definitely not the backyard.
Fizz hovered close to Lily and said,
It really feels like this place is alive, and it's watching us.
From the shadows, Morvane stood with a long black suit and cape, his corrupted watch glowing in a sinister purple light. Beside him, milk-flooded, smirking, Morvane said smoothly, Let's give them a proper welcome.
You're right, sir.
Darn it, Merc.
What?
Where are my lozenges? With a wave of his hand, he sent a dark energy through the forest. All the nearby creatures' minds were twisted, wrapped into monstrous shapes, their eyes burning red. Merc crackled.
Ooh, creepy makeover. Love it!
The twisted creatures lunged at Zack and Lilly. Zack threw up his hands and blasted fire, but the flame sputtered and backfired, only singeing his pants.
Ah, why always the butt?
But then Lily raised her glowing watch and bent the light into a shimmering shield.
Hold on, Zack. I've got you.
Scorch spat fireballs wildly, laughing as sparks flew.
Hey, fire! Ha ha!
Then Morvane realized he wasn't the only one with powers in the forest.
They're stronger than I expected. This complicates things. I told you not to wear the tight underwear, sir.
Darn it, Merc.
Don't embarrass me.
Sorry, sir.
Or maybe you were just slipping.
You're doing it again, Merc. Darn it, Merc. Come along. Fizz sparkled beside Lily, shielding them both with a dazzling burst of light. Suddenly, the slithering vines surged from the ground, wrapping Zack and Lily, pinning them together. Zack struggled.
Lily, I can't. It's not enough.
Lily shouted.
Zack, the watches. Touch fists. Now!
As they slammed their glowing wrists together, the watches pulsed, releasing a surge combining fire light that blasted outward. The twisted creatures shrieked and dissolved into harmless woodland animals. The vines recoiled, vanishing back into the earth. Scorch cheered from the air.
I am El Scorcho.
Fizz sparkled proudly.
Yeah, and that's how it's done.
Then Morvane walked slowly through its corridors, his black cape trailing.
Come along, Merc. You're trailing like my cape. Ugh. Coming, sir. Just didn't want to leave anything behind.
Like you did last time.
Darn it, Merc. Come along.
His corrupted watch glowed with a vibrant purple light. Merc fluttered beside him, smirking. Morvane muttered.
They're stronger than I expected, Merc.
Merc tilted his head.
Or maybe you're just slipping. Literally.
Morvane glared.
Why do I keep you around, Merc? You drive me crazy.
Merc chuckled nervously, then added with a grin.
So you keep me around because I'm adorable.
Morvane sighed.
You're the only one that gets me, Merc. Now come along and I'll give you a belly rub.
But a faint smirk appeared on his lips as they walked deeper into the shadows. Suddenly, another flash, and Zack and Lily tumbled back into their bedrooms, landing on the floor with a thud. Their watches glowing faintly, their bodies still shimmering with leftover sparks from the fire and light. When they were leaving, Scorch waved dramatically. Fizz smiled warmly at Lily.
This is where we leave you now. But don't worry. The watches will call you again when the time is right for our next adventure. So long.
The two magical companions faded away into the glowing embers and stardust. Tired from the day, Zack flopped onto the couch with a nervous grin, clutching his still glowing wrist. Lily crossed her arms, shaking her head with a nervous smile. From the kitchen, Mom's voice rang out.
Zack, is this the same sock that I found in the fridge this morning, except for this one's dirty and has burn marks on it?
Burn marks? Scorch?
I am El Scorcho. El Scorcho. El Scorcho. El Scorcho.